Gino Paoli, a name that remained deeply etched in the fabric of Italian music, continued to live and breathe his art until the very end of his long and meaningful life. Even in his final years, he carried with him the quiet strength and emotional depth that had defined his journey as a singer-songwriter. At the age of 91, Paoli passed away in Genoa on March 24, 2026, closing a chapter that had spanned generations and left an enduring imprint on the world of music. In his final moments, he was surrounded by his family, those closest to him, who later shared the news of his passing with the public. His departure marked not just the loss of a man, but the fading of a voice that had once captured the soul of an era and continued to resonate across time. Born in 1934 in Monfalcone, Gino Paoli's early life would eventually lead him toward a path that would transform him into one of the most influential figures in Italian music. Though his beginnings were rooted in a modest environment, there was always something within him that leaned toward artistic expression, a quiet pull toward words and melodies that would later define his identity. As he grew and found his place in the world, Paoli became a central figure in what would come to be known as the Genoese School, a movement that redefined Italian popular music during the 1960s and left a lasting influence in the decades that followed. This movement was not merely about sound or style, but about a shift in how music could express human emotion, introspection, and storytelling in a way that felt both personal and universal. Through his work, Paoli dedicated himself entirely to the craft of songwriting and performance. He did not simply create music, he poured into it his thoughts, his reflections, and his emotional experiences, shaping songs that would become timeless pieces of Italian cultural heritage. His compositions were not fleeting moments of popularity, but enduring works that continued to find meaning long after their release. Among his most celebrated creations were songs like Il cielo in una stanza, released in 1960, a piece that captured a sense of intimacy and emotional depth that resonated deeply with listeners. Sapore di Sale, from 1963, carried with it a nostalgic warmth, evoking memories and feelings tied to moments that linger in the heart. Senza Fine, released in 1961, stood as a testament to his ability to express the endless nature of emotion and connection through music. Alongside these were Che Cosa C'è and Quattro Amici, the latter achieving recognition by winning the prestigious Festival Bar in 1991, further solidifying his place in the musical landscape. What set Gino Paoli apart was not just the melodies he composed, but the way he used language to convey emotion. His lyrics carried a poetic quality, often reflective and deeply personal, allowing listeners to find pieces of themselves within his words. His voice, equally expressive, added another layer to his artistry, delivering each line with a sincerity that made his music feel authentic and alive. For many, his songs became more than just music. They became companions through different stages of life, offering comfort, understanding, and a sense of connection. Paoli's influence extended beyond his own performances. His work as a songwriter allowed him to shape the musical journeys of other artists as well, contributing to a broader cultural shift within Italian music. By creating songs that others would perform, he expanded his impact, ensuring that his artistic vision reached audiences through multiple voices and interpretations. This dual role as both performer and composer strengthened his legacy, making him not only a central figure in his own right, but also a guiding force for others within the industry. Throughout his life, Paoli remained committed to his art, continuously engaging with music as a form of expression. Even as time passed and the music industry evolved, his work retained its relevance, standing as a reminder of a period when songwriting was deeply intertwined with personal reflection and emotional honesty. His ability to bridge different generations through his music was a testament to the universality of his themes, as his songs spoke to experiences that transcended time and place. In the later years of his life, Paoli faced personal challenges that added a layer of quiet sorrow to his journey. The loss of his oldest son, Giovanni, in March 2025, brought profound grief to him and his family. This moment marked a deeply difficult period, one that undoubtedly affected him on a personal level. While he had spent much of his life expressing emotion through music, this loss represented a reality that went beyond words, a pain that lingered in the background of his final chapter. The passing of his son was not just a singular moment of tragedy, but part of a larger emotional landscape that he carried with him until the end of his life.